So my boss gives me movies to watch, and I watch them, and I rate them, and blah, blah, blah. But I've also kind of been starting this weird A24 series, because, like, the first stack he gave me was just A24 films. And every now and then I get one from him as well, and I have some on my shelf I have to check out still, like The Lighthouse. But today we are doing another A24 film, which I gotta link these into a playlist. If you want me to link them in a playlist, comment down below, and then that'll remind me to do it, so comment if you want a playlist of A24 films that I reviewed, because I'll do it if you want me to. But today we're talking about It Comes at Night. It Comes at Night was released in 2017. It was written and directed by Trey Edward Schultz. Schultz. My handwriting's bad. Anyway, no spoilers, but the general idea of the film is it's set in this weird kind of zombie apocalypse. And it's surrounding a family where somebody breaks into the house, and the family's like, what's going to happen? Are we going to get sick? But they decide to let them in because they feel bad for them. And then problems arise within the family and within the other family. And this weird zombie apocalypse thing that's happening that no one knows about, including us. They keep us in the dark about that the entire film, which I think was a really brilliant idea. It's similar, in my opinion, to kind of the beginning of A Quiet Place, where we kind of understand the world, but we don't know what the hell is going on, and they keep that in the dark until they finally show you the full creature by the end. And this one was like that, but they didn't show you the full creature at all, which I thought was kind of brilliant. I really did. We know it's a zombie apocalypse-esque kind of thing, because we see it in the dreams, we see it kind of all around. They talk about getting sick. We think the sickness is going to be, zombies, excuse me. But I think what is really cool here is the whole horror aspect, right? Like, obviously zombies are going to be horror, but how do you make a horror zombie movie without zombies? This is how. Essentially, we kind of follow Calvin Harrison Jr.'s character, Travis, and he is experiencing all the emotions and the things. He's a teenager, kind of. And the main thing with that is at night he has trouble sleeping because he's imagining and dreaming about the zombies, which makes it hard for him to sleep, which is, I think, what they're kind of going at with the title, with It Comes at Night. It's like the terror comes at night because you're thinking about it at night when you're trying to sleep. That's my guess. I don't know if that's, because it's not about zombies. The movie's not about zombies. It's about the people dealing with zombies when there are no zombies. It's complicated. It's really complicated. It really isn't, but it also kind of is. But I do think that Calvin Harrison Jr. gave the best performance. I think he was brilliant. I also think he's the main character, which I don't think people know about. I don't think people think about it, at the very least. But if I had to name who the main character of this was, I wouldn't say it was Joel Edgerton. I would say it was Calvin Harrison Jr.'s character, Travis. We focus on him a lot. We see a lot of his inner workings in his mind. In comparison to Joel Edgerton, who's very much an outward-going character, you only see what he does. You don't really think about what he thinks. He's the head of the household, but that's it for him. You don't really get much beyond that. Whereas Travis, we really understand how he's feeling about the whole thing, which is why I think I identified with his character a little bit more than most other characters. I do wish there was a little bit more to the movie. I don't want to see zombies, but it's only an hour and a half, which is really good. I like short movies because I can just I can just watch them all the way through. But this one felt like it could have used a little bit more beef, and I feel like we could have used more Travis, and maybe even a little bit more Paul, played by Joel Edgerton, who did a great job, by the way. It's not that he did a bad job, because he did a great job. It's just, I didn't know where the focus was supposed to be, because it definitely felt like we were supposed to Edgerton's character more, but I cared about Travis more, and Travis had more screen time. So I'm identifying him as the main character, even though I think that might be false. But I liked the horror aspect in terms of the creepiness. I liked the nightmares. I liked the whole, we don't really see zombies, but we feel the zombies. What I didn't like was all the jump scares. Not because I'm scared of jump scares, but just because I find them lazy. I think that jump scares are incredibly lazy for a horror film. And yes, this was made in a time when jump scares were way more normal. It was a time when we weren't scared of anything. It was so easy to make everyone, just jump at the camera, make a loud musical score cue. And every movie made around this time period was all like, and it's frustrating. And then, of course, came along, A Quiet Place and Jordan Peele's movies, and that's a lot more creepy and kind of psychological. and I like those a lot more, so I'm hoping we can progress that agenda a little farther and make more just creepy movies instead of just jump scary, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. But overall, it's a good movie. It just lacks beef, it lacks oomph, and it definitely does slow down a lot, just because there isn't really a lot of forward motion until towards the end, which the ending of this movie was really, really cool, and I liked it a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and give It Comes at Night a B. Have you guys seen this film? Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it. I think it's streaming on Showtime, at least I assume it is. Most A24 films are on Showtime if you want to catch any of those there, which I would recommend that you do, particularly if you're interested in weird horror movies such as this one. Please consider subscribing. It really helps out a whole lot. It really keeps the channel going, so please consider doing so if you're not already. It helps out a whole lot. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.